Morning again and welcome again. Today I want to share with you one of my favourite texts. There are a few of them, but this is certainly one of them, and it's next Sunday's Gospel. It's the meeting between Jesus and the two sisters, Martha and Mary. And the story is that Jesus comes into the village, a village called Bethany, which is only about 4 kilometres or so from Jerusalem. And he's met by one of his friends, Martha, who has 2 siblings, Mary and Lazarus, whom Jesus had previously raised from the dead. And Martha invites Jesus to stay in her house, which he accepts. He goes in and, well, he's in there. Mary, the other sister, sits at his feet to listen to him, to meet him, to share with him, to engage him, and to welcome him. Whereas Martha, the one who had invited him, is totally absorbed in the many things you have to do to serve. Let's say she's boiling the water for the tea or the coffee, she's warming up the scones, she's preparing a bowl of fruit, whatever she wants to do and whatever happens in that culture. And eventually, Martha sees that the situation is not ideal, that she who invited Jesus is not there. She's not part of the action. She's totally absorbed in preparing what she thinks she needs to prepare. And so she says to Jesus, "Lord, doesn't it worry you that my sister leaves me to do all the serving? Please tell her to get up and come over and give me a hand." And Jesus then looks at Martha and with beautiful compassion and concern for her, he says, "Martha, Martha, you're distracted and absorbed and you fret over so many things. Only one is necessary, and Mary has chosen the better part, and it won't be taken from her." It's a beautiful text, and it's a beautiful little meeting. And to me it shows something of Jesus' sensitivity, his humanity. He doesn't fall for the trap and tell Mary to get up and help Martha. No. He reads the scene very well and knows that this is coming from Martha's frustration, from Martha's disappointment in herself. And she makes an attempt to rectify the situation. And I imagine Jesus after that saying, "Martha, come over here, sit down, and let's chat. Let's listen to one another. Let's engage one another. Let's meet one another." And I think it's a beautiful example or model of what we call in the church these days synodality. It's a bit of a strange term, but what it means is walking or journeying together. Where to? The Spirit will reveal to us. And I think it's a lovely model for the church today. So often we've had dictates from on high. We've had sacred places where only the priest, for example, can go. We've had a lot of distinctions. Whereas what Pope Francis has been inviting us to is to listen to one another and journey together. No one's out front. We're together and we listen. And if it's good for the church, I think it could be good for the family too. How beautiful if the parents were listening to their kids. And I don't just mean listening to what they say, but listening to how they say it. And maybe what's between the lines, so that you listen with the eyes as well as the ears. And you listen with the heart as well. so that there's a meeting, an engagement there between parent and child. And likewise, for the kids to listen to the parents, to allow the parents to share their wisdom, to share their love, to share their concern for the good of the kids, and not be totally absorbed with these damn things. And then also, I think, for a level of a country, what about the political debate? Yesterday, today, and possibly tomorrow. It's not listening. We're simply hurling out ideas. We're not engaging in a dialogue. And a sign of friendship, someone mentioned the other day, which made a lot of sense to me, is to be able to share the questions. We don't have to necessarily agree on the answers, but to share the questions and search together. Okay, so that's Martha and Mary, and Lazarus didn't appear today. He kept out of the battle. And that beautiful, compassionate response of Jesus. So let's listen to one another. Let's take the invitation to listen, to journey together to what will only be a better future. God bless you. See you next week.